On today's episode of the Jamaican cooking journey, I'll be sharing with you another little appetizer Jamaican dish. No stove today. Amen to that. It's like seriously hot. I don't know how hot it is where you are, but it's really hot in Jamaica. I've done this before, but I'm going to show you that you can do it another way. Basically, you're going to end up with the same result. Okay, but let me pause here to say special thanks to my patrons that have been making my page possible. If you would like to be a part of my Patreon family, check in the description of this and all my other videos for the link. Post notification shout outs today goes to the great Sheppy Bradshaw and Anne-Marie Blackgrove. Ladies, manners and respect. Now let's get on to the video. Let me give my hand a little wash right here. Yeah, because I'm going to be using my bare hands. A lot of people don't even understand that certain things that you do in the kitchen, your bare hands is what you definitely need. Back in the days, we never have any hand towel. We would use our nice cotton towels to dry our hands, okay? Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make some Solomon Gundy. Yes, it is a Jamaican appetizer. I don't know if other countries do this as an appetizer too. So you use smoked red herring. So right here I have some that I've already cleaned and deboned, and I've got a video that I showed you originally how to clean your debone, how to get to clean and pick all of them something your red herring. Years back then. I have also a Solomon Gundy recipe that I done about 2 years ago, you know, so you can go and check that one. I am revamping this recipe. It is just like a little appetizer. The men that drinks in the bar, they would eat it from time to time, and even now they do have them in small, you know, little packs and little, you know, it's you can have it with unflavored crackers, crispy, you know, nothing with flavor, nothing safi. So I'm going to be showing you how you can get it done another little way, but basically it ends up with the same result. You end up with the same result. Now, let me tell you something. You can use the regular one, or you can choose to get the boneless ones that are, you know, the fillet, so to speak. But let me tell you, this is a smoked herring. It has been pickled or salted, and it is smoked. Hence, it has two flavors, salt and smoke. If you know anything about smoke flavor, you know that's a very potent flavor. It's strong. Smoke, you don't play around with smoke. And I'm saying this to say that you don't want to mess around with too much of an extra thing in this to pull away the taste, because you want to get that little red herring taste there. You know what I'm saying? Smoked herring taste. So it always ends up with a dark look. It is something that is sold in the supermarkets here in Jamaica, and it's not cheap. And I guess it's the process, because the herring of itself is not cheap, and it has to go through a process. This thing, it is in the dried form. Hence, when we buy it in the pack, I've bought it already. It comes in a bottle, glass bottle. I don't know for now. It's been a long time, but I've looked through it and I've never seen like any form of green condiments in there. It is, in fact, I can only see like red pepper seeds. That's what I can see, you know. But you want to gig it up and put it and have it your way. To get the old authentic taste, you have to keep the condiments on the dry side. Hence, I'll be using some red pepper flake. You could use some cayenne pepper if you can't find it. I know cayenne pepper would be good, you know. I am putting a little Worcestershire. If you are in the reach of fish and meat sauce, you can use that. I am putting a little red cooking wine this time to facilitate. I think I used some malt vinegar the last time. You can put a little vinegar. I am putting a little dried rosemary. If you want to go a little extra with flavors, like you want onions and like a garlic, use dried garlic flakes and dried onion flakes. Grind them together and combine them, but don't go too much. You want to keep this smoke flavor That's the beauty of this little appetizing thing. You want to have the smoke flavor. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be pouring. I've already skinned it, moved the skin and the bones. I'm going to put, it is very salty, so I am going to pour a little hot water on mine. And I'm going to leave it for about, and I'm going to be only pouring the hot water for about, I'm just going to be doing one set of hot water. Hence, for you to realize I don't have a lot because I don't want it to be salty. This thing is not something where you can eat a bag of it. It's just a little appetizer just to pep up your appetite. You eat 2 or 3 little sandwiches with your crackers. And that's it. You don't want to go anymore with it, you know, because that's how it is. So you're not going to be able to, you don't want to consume too much of it because it's too salty, you know. So I have it here in the water. I'm going to let it stay for probably about 3 minutes. I'm going to drain my water after that. And I'm not going to be putting any more. I'm not going to put in any cold water, nothing at all. I'm just going to let it stay there and just, you know, rinse it off and get it. When you see me next, I'll have it on my cutting board all salted. The one before, I'm going to leave the link, let you see how I did it. I used my food processor. But I know people are saying I don't have, and it's not everybody have a food processor. I'm going to show you how you do it without the food processor. Next clip. So you saw me in the prior clip. I rinsed with my hot water. Now I've drained it and I'm drying it on some paper towels. Now there are, I don't think I did say that in the, I'm not sure. But this is the amount that I'm using. But there are certain parts. I never liked certain parts of it as a child growing up. We call this the raw. And they say that's the eggs. I never liked it. Some people like it. If you like this part, comment. It is like this. This is a little grainy part. Yeah, attached to right here, right there. This is a part of the red, but this is, they say this is the eggs. So they have a lot of eggs. Wow, this is a lot of eggs. This other little part here too, they would call it the melt. I don't know what they say this other part is like, you know. But today, I am going to be using all of it. So, it's pretty warm still. I'm going to use my knife. You see, it's pretty soft because the hot water did tenderize it a bit. So I am mincing it. This is, if you would like to do it and you don't have a little grinder or a food processor, I'm showing you can do it this way. You're going to get like a knife cutting skill, so you want to stop it. As I tell you, I'm putting everything together. Some people love the raw. As a child growing up, I did not. But if you like it, if you're familiar with it and you like it, comment and let me know if you love the raw. So I'm doing it like this. And you will get the very same result. This is for the people who not have no food processor. Because oftentimes I do things and my son will come and say, then suppose, remember Debbie, and everybody have that. You know, so there's always another way out. I'm cutting, you hear that? Try to pick out as much bones as possible. Yeah, keeping it on the darker side. You don't want to boil out this thing. Because look here, if you have a little salty taste to it, you know, and it make for taste, okay, you're not supposed to be eating a whole heap. It's not something for me, a belly full. And, you know, with belch, it's just to whet your appetite, like all the time it's so hot now. And you want to yourself, oh my God, I just want to eat something light and nice and have something cool. I don't want any rice and peas. And we don't want no cow foot. We don't want no oxtail. You just want something light and nice. And, you know, keep your stomach. Taste up your mouth. This is it. You know, so let's do it this way. So the hot water did come. And it did, what we call this now? The hot water that it did put a little, moisture back. It is a rehydrated it. So let's get it together. So what may I do? You want to use here a little, we're going to put to it a little oil. I'll be putting like a little oil, okay? Because it is something that's supposed to come like a little paste. You see what I say? A little moisture. So what I'm going to be doing, and the oil should be flavorless. You don't want a heavy oil, just a little light flavor, you know, light flavored oil. So I'm putting it, I'm getting it like this. You see that? So if you don't have any food processor, because back in the days, for people them never have no food processor, where them forget that from, where they know it from, you know? So you want to do this chopping up as fine as possible. I won't stay here on the video all this time showing you how to chop it and bore you. No, I will not. So I'm just showing you what I'll be doing. So as you chop and it gets out of line, you use your knife, get it back, and you notice how it come enough. Yes, ma. This I can serve all much all 6 people. So I'll catch you in the next clip. Somewhat. I think I'll put about a tablespoon of light. I'm using some canola oil. So you want to put it all over. Maybe I might use a tablespoon and a half, as this tablespoon is not the original tablespoon. It is smaller. I'm using some red cooking wine. I'm just doing something different, but you can use what you use. Try to keep it. I'll use 1 spoon of this, and as I go along and mix, I will just stop. Wow, this wine smells nice. It's more like a little alcohol taste this is gonna give it. We're gonna put a few dashes of Worcestershire, not a lot. Also, you wanna put a little brown sugar right here just to balance out any little tanginess, not too much. So you wanna combine right here on your cutting board. You have to throw a lot in, so you don't want a lot of it. So we're gonna combine it together. Yeah. Now we are also gonna be putting some red pepper flakes, and I'm not gonna be grinding it. Those that you bought in the you buy in the supermarket, I'm gonna be putting this because it must be fiery. I'm gonna put a little more. You can see them. You see the pepper flakes, red pepper flakes on it almost have the same look. Okay. So I want to keep mixing. This is my rosemary. It has been washed and dried. I'm going to be putting a few. Remember I told you, anything that you put with this is supposed to be in the dried form. This is dried and cured. Okay? And you're not going to be cooking it. So it's dried, it's pickled, and it is smoked. So, you know, we don't want to put like some raw onions. Yeah, some dried onion flakes. I'm going to be putting some of my little rosemary. Yeah, it's so dry. Yeah, if you have dry thyme, yeah. I think that's enough because rosemary is really strong. So look here, wow. It's a beautiful flavor with this rosemary. Oh my Lord. So, careful right here now. We're going to be doing a little more chopping. You're chopping in these little red pepper flakes, and also you're chopping in this little fresh. You hear that scrips, scrips, scrips? You hear that? Yes. So we're going to be doing a little more chopping. You can do it this way. And then we'll come back, we're going to taste for flavor and all of them loveliness there. You hear that? We're getting the red pepper flakes and the rosemary chopped in. Listen to me now. At this point, it depends on your taste bud. You don't know? If you don't know it tastes, I'll tell you how it's supposed to taste. You're supposed to taste the smoked herring, not supposed to cover that. You're supposed to have some spicy pepper balancing out. You're supposed to have a tidbit of a sweetness, you know, trying to balance out. You could put a little lime juice here as opposed to the cooking wine. You could put that, balance it out, you know. And you want a little oil to give it that moisture. You want to mix it now. We could put a little more oil, but not a lot, just a bit. Okay. You don't want to use melted butter. That would be too salty. Yeah. You don't want to go too much, you know. You want to sort of mash it because it's supposed to be a paste with the back of your spoon. Yeah. Mash it, bring it together, and mash it. Now at this point, I'll be doing a little more mashing, but I'm so anxious to taste. So I'm saying that smoke flavor must be there. That little salt, spice, halfy dede. That little tidbit of a sweet from the sugar, and that little vinegar taste. The rosemary, you need a herb to bring it up, which is the dried rosemary. Remember, you know, use all your condiments in the dried form and don't go over. light oil. So I want to taste my flavor here right now. Because as you go, if you don't get the right flavor, you may want to know what you need more of. This is what I need, some more for me. We're gonna cut this in some more. And when you see me next, listen, I'm gonna cut in some of this more thing, you know. So if you want to use your thing, you know, you cut and mix in with the spoon some more. Papa Jesus. When you see me next, I have it all plated up for you. Doing this, the Jamaican Solomon Gundy. It is a little appetizer, but it's beautiful. In a different way. You don't have to take out your food processor. If you don't have one, you don't have to worry. I did tell you that I would come back and play it for you, but actually I have to show you. I can't really don't go and don't tell you. I did put a little, like maybe a teaspoon of fresh green lime juice, and you see it has totally changed the texture. You see that? Yeah. So I'm gonna be plating up. Next clip. From my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is Jamaican Solomon Gundy, that Jamaican nice little appetizer. You saw it. I did it. I did it in a different fashion, but I end up with the same result. I actually used a little different sort of condiments, but it ended up just the same. So appetizing. You serve it with water crackers, a tough one, or whatever crackers you have, cream crackers, crackers that, as I said, with no flavor, crispy and nice. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Debbie, how it tastes? How do we eat it? I am going right now to the Jamaican Debbie Deb's train. I hope you're subscribed. If you're subscribed, meet me over there. We'll eat and we'll talk. Remember to make sure you give me a big fat thumbs up. Remember to make sure that your post notification is turned on, and then you can also leave me a comment below. Make sure that you're in the next post notification shout out. Thanks for watching.